Shikshayati, platform for eminent authors, engaging teachers, successful students. To know more, email. Legal consequences of contingent contract. Uncertain future event. Contingent contracts dependent on the happening of an uncertain future event cannot be enforced until the event has happened. If the event becomes impossible, such contracts become void. Example, A contracts to pay B a sum of money when B marries C. C dies unmarried, the contract becomes void. Example, A makes a contract with B to sell a horse to B at a specified price if C, to whom the horse has been offered earlier, refuses to buy it. The contract cannot be enforced by law unless and until C refuses to buy the horse. Example, A agrees to sell his car to B after C dies. The contract cannot be enforced as long as C is alive. Event becoming impossible, where a contingent contract is to be performed if a particular event does not happen, its performance can be enforced when the happening of that event becomes impossible. Example, A agrees to pay B a sum of money if a certain ship does not return. The ship is sunk. The contract can be enforced when the ship sinks. Example, A agrees to pay B a sum of money if B marries C. C marries D. The marriage of B to C must now be considered impossible, so the contract becomes void. Although it is possible that D may die and then that C may afterwards marry B. Event happening at unspecified time. If a contract is contingent upon how a person will act at an unspecified time, the event shall be considered to become impossible when such person does anything which renders it impossible to act within definite time or otherwise than under further contingencies. Example, A agreed to take shares in a company if the company would appoint him its sole agent at a certain place. The company went into liquidation before appointing him agent and A was entered on the list of contributories. Held, A was not liable as the contract to take shares was contingent on his appointment as agent, which event never took place. Event happening at fixed time. Contingent contracts to do or not to do something on happening of an uncertain event within a fixed time become void if the event does not happen or its happening becomes impossible before the expiry of that time. Contingent contracts to do or not to do something on non-happening of an uncertain event within a fixed time may be enforced if the event does not happen or its happening becomes impossible before the expiry of that time. Example, A promises to pay B a sum of money if a certain ship does not return within a year. The contract may be enforced if the ship does not return within the year, at the end of the year, or the ship sinks within a year when the ship sinks. Impossible event. Contingent agreements to do or not to do something on happening an impossible event are void, whether or not the fact is known to the parties. Example, A agrees to pay B rupees 1000 if B will marry A's daughter. C. C was dead at the time of the agreement. The agreement is void. Example, A agrees to pay B rupees 1000 if two straight lines would enclose a space. The agreement is void. Thank you for watching the video. Kindly write your comments. Click on the red subscribe button at the bottom of the video to get more details and free ebook. Email us.